I'm Dannie Clark, and I'm the principal of McLane Elementary. We are a pre-K through 5th grade school with two contained programs, our DLC and our Life Skills program. And in December, I attended the Generation Wellness Conference, or one-day training, at McKinney Elementary, a local elementary school. And my big takeaway, I think we talk a lot about students post-COVID needing a lot of skills and strategies to help them and support and scaffold them to be regulated. And walking away from that conference, I felt like I had a baseline for how to do that. And so I came back to my building and launched this just from the 6-hour training. And so what I did is I created a lesson plan for every classroom, and I went into every classroom and taught a 30-minute lesson about the connect, regulate, and reflect with science about the brain and about flipping your lid, and then what we can do to be at our baseline, and when we're feeling like we're gonna flip our lid, what we can do instead. And so every student has received training and a lesson about the why, and then we practice that and we implement it everywhere we go. So we do it at assemblies, we do it in the cafeteria, teachers do it at morning meeting, at closing circle, throughout lessons, oftentimes in transitions. So like coming back from recess, oftentimes kids are upset because something happened in football. And so it just gives them time to get regulated before we expect them to launch into the academics. In addition, I created a wellness room in collaboration with my PTSO. They helped fund like our punching bag and some of the items. And it's just a very small conference room that provides students the space to get regulated. And so there are some tools like our breathing strategies. There's a noisemaker, there's a big beanbag, a breathing ball, a stair stepper. And I often have kids say, Mrs. Clark, before I went in there, I wanted to punch somebody in the face. And afterwards, I always follow up with, how are you doing now? What do you need? And 95% of the time, kids feel calm. They will say, I'm at my baseline, and they will say whether or not they're ready to go back into the classroom. So we've given them the tools to be able to gauge whether or not they're ready to be successful and safe with their peers. So I think something that is really powerful from Generation Wellness is that it's teaching children the foundation to be able to be an active citizen, which is one of our 3 expectations. And so kids have the strategies, and oftentimes I hear kids say to others, hey, go try intentional breathing, or walk away and do the 5-finger breathing if something happens in PE or on the playground. So there's not only adults teaching students, but there's also this peer connection happening where they're supporting one another. And that's been really powerful. Also, the accountability buddy, we have done that as a staff, and we've also done it with peers. And so we have peer, we call them reading buddy classes. And so they've created accountability buddies. And then in the classroom, they've created accountability buddies. And so that's also elevated this connection that I think didn't exist prior to. I think many trainings, we do them because we need to, right? Clock hours, or it sounds interesting and we might take 1 or 2 things away. And I also think that, we just do it because it's a checkbox. The difference with Generation Wellness, I think, really is you walk away with tools and you walk away with things you can do, whether or not you have buy-in from other stakeholders. Administration, counseling, other teachers, it's all stuff that you can do in the classroom. And I think that, most of my teachers are here, but I think that the way that the training is facilitated, it's in a very approachable, very simple, where we can teach others.